Let's treat the immortal within as something very simple and very kind. The immortal within equals the you that can't be broken by circumstances, the quiet awareness behind your thoughts, the part of you that never stops wanting life, growth, love, and meaning. Archaix wraps this in the language of a simulacrum and an immortal soul temporarily inside a human avatar. Whether you take that literally or metaphorically, we can still use the core ideas in daily life. You are more than your situation. Reality responds to your inner stance over time. You can learn to live from the immortal within instead of from old fear programs. Below is a 3,400 word style walkthrough of those ideas, with concrete daily practices and gentle reminders of what matters most. 1. Why the immortal within idea is powerful. Most of us live as if we are our thoughts, we are our history, we are our current problems. The immortal within idea says, no, you're the one who notices all of that. If you've ever watched yourself spiral and thought, wow, I'm really spiraling right now, felt a tiny clear voice saying, you deserve more than this, even when you were stuck, or had a moment of peace in the middle of chaos, that's a glimpse of the immortal within. It's calm, observing, and strangely unhurt, even when your emotions are screaming. Archaix's framing adds this twist. Reality is neutral and responsive. It mirrors your dominant assumptions, beliefs, and identity. So instead of seeing life as a fixed prison, you see it as a responsive environment that is constantly reading your inner settings and serving you experiences that match those settings. Again, you don't have to accept every Archaix claim. You can still treat this as a powerful working model. If I assume I'm powerless, I overlook options. If I assume I'm guided and supported, I notice help. If I assume I'm cursed, every setback proves it. If I assume life is teachable, every setback becomes feedback. Daily use. When something hard happens, pause and ask, who's noticing this right now? That noticing awareness is the immortal within. Say to yourself, my situation is loud, but myself is larger. I'm allowed to choose how I respond. Remember, you are not your day. You are the one living the day. Sign 2. You versus the simulacrum, separating yourself from your circumstances. In Archaix language, the Kaizen simulacrum is the constructed reality we walk around in: jobs, bills, politics, family drama, algorithms, gossip, fears, expectations. It feels solid and absolute, but he treats it as structured, rule-based, and responsive rather than ultimate. For daily life, you can simplify it to the simulacrum equals all the outer stuff plus your habitual inner reactions to it. The immortal within is the part of you that knows this isn't the whole story, can step back and say, interesting, look how I'm reacting, and can gently ask, is this reaction actually me or a program I picked up? A daily way to practice this separation. Morning reset. 1. Before checking your phone, sit up and breathe slowly. 2. Say, today I remember I am not my circumstances. I am the one who chooses how to meet them. 3. Picture a small, steady light in your chest. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet glow. That glow is a symbol of the immortal within. Steady, patient, not rushed. You're not trying to magically fix everything. You're simply starting the day as the self, not as the problem. During the day, when you feel overwhelmed, silently say, this is the simulacrum being loud. My immortal within is still calm. Even if you don't feel calm yet, you're loosening the glue that says, my feelings are all I am. Remember, you are allowed to be bigger than what's happening. You are never required to shrink your identity down to your current challenge. 3. The immortal within as coder of your reality. Archaix often talks about beliefs, fears, and expectations as if they are a coda the simulacrum reads and then reflects back in experience. In more down-to-earth language, what you repeatedly assume about yourself and life becomes the lens you look through. That lens determines what you notice, what you overlook, and how you interpret events. Over time, your interpretations change your actions, and your actions change your world. So you can imagine the simulacrum equals the game environment. Your immortal within equals the player and the one who can edit the settings, and your beliefs, assumptions, settles the current difficulty level and filters and rules you've unconsciously agreed to. If your inner setting says, I always mess things up, you'll see proof of that everywhere. People never really support me. You'll miss or distrust help when it appears. I'm allowed to learn and get better. You'll interpret mistakes as feedback, not identity. Daily practice, gently editing the inner code. Pick one domain of your life that hurts. Money, love, health, family, creativity, just one. Write down your default assumption. For example, no matter what I do, it's never enough. People always leave. My body is against me. 2. Ask your immortal within, is this absolutely true, or is it a program I've been running? 3. Write a new, softer, more life-giving assumption. Not a fairy tale, just a kinder rule, such as, I'm learning to let good enough be enough. Not everyone leaves. I'm learning to spot those who stay. My body is trying to protect me. I'm learning to work with it. 4. All day, when the old assumption pops up, respond like a patient adult talking to a scared child. I know we used to think that, but we're learning a new rule now. This is how the immortal within recodes the simulacrum, not with one grand spell, but with a quiet repetition of new inner truths. Remember, you don't have to jump from I'm cursed to I'm a billionaire superhero. You just have to move from I'm doomed to I'm learning and supported. That alone changes the path. 4. Living from the immortal within. Identity first, circumstances second. One of the most important points in this kind of work is identity comes before experience. Most people live in the pattern. Experience, identity. The immortal within reverses it. Identity, experience. Daily identity practice. I am the one who, in the morning, choose. One identity sentence that lines up with your immortal within and repeat it often. Examples. I am the one who gets back up. I am the one who treats myself kindly even when I'm messy. I am the one who expects help to show up in surprising ways. I am the one who is guided even when I don't see the whole map yet. Use it when you want to give up. I am the one who gets back up, so what's one tiny step I can take? When you're spiraling in self-blame, I am the one who treats myself kindly, even when I'm messy. What would kindness say right now? When you feel alone, I am the one who expects help. Let me look around for a small sign of support. You're not pretending everything is perfect. You're choosing who you are in the story before the next chapter is written. Remember, your identity is the steering wheel. Your circumstances are the scenery. Move the wheel a degree today, and the scenery down the road starts to change. 5. Inner conversations. Talking as the immortal within Archaix talks a lot about belief, expectation, and the spell of fear. A powerful way to shift that is through inner conversations, deliberate self-talk that comes from the immortal within, and 2, the fearful conditioned part of you. You can treat it like this. The immortal within equals wise, calm, older you. Your nervous system equals small, startled child, you. Your mind equals the radio that has been stuck on the fear station for years. Daily inner dialogue practice. When you feel anxious, ashamed, or hopeless. 1. Pause and breathe slowly. 2. Imagine the immortal within sitting beside you. Same you, just calmer and older. 3. Let that version of you speak. Hey, I see how scared you are. I understand why it's been hard. You are not crazy for feeling this way. But I am here now. You are not alone inside your own head. We don't have to solve everything today. We just have to take one kind step. 4. If your mind snaps back with, this is stupid, nothing will change, let the immortal within answer. We've already done the scared script 1,000 times. Let's try this one instead. We have nothing to lose by being kind. This is not about denying pain. It's about introducing a new voice into the inner conversation, one that takes your side. Tiny daily use. In the car, talk out loud. Okay, Immortal Within, what would you have me focus on today? Before sleep, whisper, thank you for keeping me going. Help me notice one small hint of support tomorrow. Remember, you are not stuck with the old narrator in your head. You can literally hire a new one, your Immortal Within, and let that voice have more airtime. 6. Working with emotions, not against them. One of the biggest traps with spiritual or metaphysical ideas is bypassing. If I feel afraid, I'll manifest bad things, so I must never feel afraid. If I'm sad, it means my vibration is low and I'm failing. That kind of thinking just layers shame on top of pain. In an Immortal Within framework, emotions are data, not destiny, weather, not your identity, messages from your nervous system, not proof that you're spiritually broken. Daily emotional practice. Feel, then reorient. When a big wave hits, 1. Name it. Right now I feel terrified, furious, heartbroken. 2. Normalize it. Given what I've been through, this makes sense. 3. Anchor to the Immortal Within. Put your hand on your heart and say, I am the one who is feeling this, not the feeling itself. Chapter 4. Offer kindness. Ask, what is the smallest kind thing I can do for myself in the next 10 minutes? It might be drinking water, stepping outside, texting someone safe, stretching or taking a slow walk. After the wave passes, then gently ask, what did this emotion want me to notice? Is there a thought or assumption behind it that I can soften? You're training your system to understand. Feelings are allowed. Feelings can move through. The Immortal Within remains even when the weather is awful. Remember, your Immortal Within never shames you for feeling. It says, of course you feel that way. I'm staying with you until the wave passes. 7. Treating life as a teacher, not an enemy. In Archaix's model, the simulacrum constantly tests and reflects us, not to crush us, but to refine us. You don't have to buy the whole cosmology to use the heart of it. Life is not here to prove that you're cursed. Life is here to show you, again and again, what you truly believe, and to give you chances to choose differently. When something goes wrong, the usual pattern is, see, this always happens to me. Of course they forgot me. I don't matter. I knew it was too good to be true. The Immortal Within invites a new pattern. Okay, this hurts, but what assumption is being mirrored right now? What tiny new choice can I make inside this situation? Daily feedback, not doom practice. Anytime something frustrating happens, try this. 1. Acknowledge your honest reaction. I'm so annoyed, this is not what I wanted. 2. Ask, if this were feedback instead of doom, what might it be pointing at? Examples. Maybe I assume I'm always last priority. Can I set one boundary today? Maybe I rush every morning. Can I build in 5 extra minutes tomorrow? Maybe I keep saying yes when my body is begging for rest. 3. Choose one tiny adjustment. The Immortal Within doesn't demand huge heroic moves. It loves small, consistent tweaks. Over weeks and months, this habit builds a new core message. Things don't just happen. To me, life is interactive. I am a participant, not a victim. Remember, you are allowed to feel the sting and look for the lesson. It's not either or. The Immortal Within can hold both. 8. Simple rituals to keep the Immortal Within. Online rituals don't have to be complicated. They're just child-repeated touches that keep important truths from fading into the background noise. Here are a few you can sprinkle through your day. 1. The mirror moment. Every time you see yourself in a mirror, pause. Make eye contact with yourself. Say quietly, I know you. I'm not leaving you. We're doing this together. This sounds small, but it chips away at the feeling of being alone inside your life. Your immortal within is basically saying, I've got your back. 2. The immortal breath. Once an hour. 1. Take one slow breath in for a count of 4. 2. Hold for 4. 3. Breathe out for 6 to 8. 4. While you breathe out, think, I release what's not mine to carry. 5. While you breathe in, think, I breathe in support and guidance. You don't have to know where that support comes from. It's enough to allow the possibility that you're not doing this alone. 3. The I see you list. At night, write down sing 3 times during the day when you did act from the immortal within, even in tiny ways. I wanted to snap, but I took a breath. I asked for help instead of pretending I was fine. I caught myself thinking I'm worthless, and I gently changed the thought. You're training your mind to notice evidence that you are already changing. The immortal within loves to say, see, you're growing. Remember, rituals aren't about perfection, they're about staying in touch. Drop them when you forget, pick them up again when you remember. The immortal within never scolds you for starting over. 9. Bringing the immortal within into your relationships. It's one thing to feel spiritual and calm when you're alone. It's another when someone is pushing every button you have. The immortal within can guide how you set boundaries, speak your needs, and respond to other people's pain without drowning in it. Daily relational practice. Me, you, and the immortal within. When you're in a difficult interaction, quietly remember 3 things are present. 1. You self with all your history, triggers, and needs. 2. Them with all their history, triggers, and needs. 3. Your immortal within. Calm, wise, observing both. Before reacting, silently ask your immortal within, what is actually mine to hold here? What is not mine? What would it look like to honor myself and still be kind? This might lead you to shorten the conversation. Say, I need a break. I'll come back to this later. Say, that doesn't work for me, without over explaining. Or sometimes simply listen without fixing. You don't have to be perfect at this. The point is to stop letting every interaction drag you down into old patterns. The immortal within is like a friend in your ear saying, you're allowed to take care of you. Remember, your immortal within never demands that you betray yourself to keep the peace. It believes in peace that includes you. Soir 10. Nighttime, reviewing your day with compassion. Evenings are a powerful time to tune back into the immortal within and gently recode the day. The 3-part nightly review. Thank yourself. Close your eyes and say, thank you for making it through this day. Thank you for the moments you tried, even if they were small. Thank you for the ways you protected me, even if it came out messy. 2. Rewrite one difficult scene. Think of a moment you didn't like, an argument, a fear spiral, a moment you shut down. Now imagine your immortal within stepping into that scene and doing one thing differently. Speaking more calmly, setting a boundary, comforting you instead of criticizing. You're not pretending it happened that way. You're giving your nervous system a new pattern to chew on. 3. Set a simple intention for tomorrow. Something like, tomorrow I practice one breath before I react. Tomorrow I speak up once. Tomorrow I look for one sign that I am supported. You go to sleep not as a failure, but as someone who is mid-transformation. Remember, the immortal within sees your whole story, not just today. It is never in a hurry, but it is always moving you toward more truth and more love, even when you can't see the full picture. 11. The most important points to carry with you. Let's gather the heart of all this into a handful of simple, repeatable truths. 1. You are not your circumstances. You are the awareness experiencing them. You have survived 100% of your hardest days so far. That's not an accident. 2. Your assumptions are powerful but editable. Old beliefs were installed when you were just trying to survive. The immortal within has permission to update them. You don't have to jump to perfect beliefs, just kinder, more life supporting ones. 3. Emotions are weather, not identity. Fear, sadness, anger, all allowed. You can feel them fully. And, remember, I am the one feeling this, not the feeling itself. 4. Small daily practices matter more than rare huge efforts. A 2-minute morning check-in, one identity statement repeated in the car, one breath before reacting, one small boundary, one moment of self-thanks at night. These seem tiny, but they are compounding interest on your soul. 5. You are not alone on the inside. Whether you picture the immortal within as your soul, your higher self, future you, or just the part of you that refuses to give up, it is there. It never mocks you. It never gives up on you. It always believes there is a next step, even when you don't see it yet. A closing reminder from your immortal within. If the immortal within could speak to you right now, it might say, I have been with you since your first breath, and I will be with you after your last. I have watched you crawl through things you should never have had to face. I know how tired you are sometimes, and I still believe in you. We are not done. We don't have to fix everything today. We only have to keep choosing one gentle, honest, brave step at a time. I am not going anywhere. Even when you forget me, I remember you. You can carry that with you into every day. That's what it really means to awaken the immortal within, not to become a perfect, invincible being, but to remember again and again, you are more than your story. You are allowed to change the script. You are never walking through the simulacrum alone.